Lily Bloom resonated with you the most?
I just loved her. I felt incredibly protective of her.
To entertain pulling double duty again in the future.
You're gonna have to ask me in a little while. We're gonna take a vacation. We're gonna take a vacation after this. I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think. So, yeah.
She had her hands in every part of this production, and everything she touched, she made better.
As a man, I'm always going to come with my own biases. It was one of the reasons I was afraid to direct this movie, let alone act in it. And I wanted to make sure this film always had a female gaze.
What if I told you there's a hidden side to Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's on-set relationship that no one has dared to uncover? A dynamic so layered, it sparked endless rumors, shocking theories, and a trail of breadcrumbs that leads to something far deeper than what the cameras captured. From whispered tensions to unexplained decisions, the story of these two stars goes beyond their professional roles, hinting at a mix of fiery chemistry, blurred boundaries, and personal stakes that disrupted more than just the production of their film. But here's the catch. What you're about to hear isn't your typical behind-the-scenes scoop. It's a blend of undeniable facts and intriguing speculation that might just change the way you view their story. Did Blake's actions reflect a secret emotional connection to Justin? And if so, why did everything fall apart so disastrously? In this video, we'll dig into the untold truths of their partnership, exploring every clue, theory, and hidden motive that's kept fans talking. By the end, you'll see how this tangled web of emotions and decisions left an undeniable mark on their careers, and perhaps on their personal lives too. Stay tuned, because what we've uncovered is unlike anything you've heard before. Let's dive in. When Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni were cast in the romantic drama It Ends With Us, expectations were sky high. The movie, based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, promised to deliver an emotionally charged love story, and with two powerhouse actors at the helm, fans were eager to see the sparks fly. But as the production unfolded, it wasn't just the plot of the film that had people talking, it was what happened behind the scenes that truly set tongues wagging. At first, everything seemed professional. Blake and Justin appeared to share an effortless chemistry on screen, one that perfectly mirrored the complex relationship of their characters. But as reports trickled out, a curious pattern emerged. Blake wasn't just acting in the film. She was stepping into roles that extended beyond her job as an actress. One of the earliest red flags was her involvement in the production's wardrobe and intimacy coordination. Traditionally, these aspects are handled by specialized teams to ensure a seamless and safe environment for the cast. Yet Blake reportedly took control, influencing wardrobe choices and even bypassing the intimacy coordinator on set. In one instance, it was revealed that Blake coordinated her own intimate scenes with Justin, raising questions about whether these decisions stemmed from artistic vision or something more personal. And then there was Justin. Known for his commitment to method acting, he reportedly immersed himself deeply into his character, Ryle Kincaid, a complex figure with an intense romantic side. For Justin, this meant creating emotional journal entries and channeling the layered emotions of his character during every scene. While his dedication brought an authenticity to his performance, some on set began to notice that this level of emotional vulnerability seemed to affect his dynamic with Blake. The chemistry between them was palpable, too palpable for some who questioned whether their professional relationship was becoming something else entirely. Their behind-the-scenes interactions didn't go unnoticed. According to insiders, there were moments of visible tension during production, as well as moments that could only be described as electric. Blake's decisions, such as using her personal wardrobe and allegedly rewriting scenes, further blurred the line between the character she played and her own personality. This led some to wonder, was Blake pouring more of herself into this role than she usually did? And if so, why? Even more telling were the reports of how Justin responded to these shifts. Despite the speculation surrounding their dynamic, he maintained a composed professionalism, sticking to the script and focusing on the job at hand. Yet his silence, in the face of Blake's growing influence on set, raised eyebrows. Was he simply avoiding conflict, or was there something deeper at play? The speculation only deepened when chats and comments from the production began to surface. From subtle compliments to casual exchanges, their communication hinted at an undeniable connection. Fans couldn't help but analyze every interaction, reading between the lines to decipher whether this was just friendly camaraderie or the signs of a brewing off-screen tension that would eventually unravel. But this is just the beginning of the story. As we peel back the layers, more surprising details emerge. Details that might reveal the real reason behind the sparks on set and the chaos that followed. Was it all just method acting, or did something shift in their dynamic that neither of them could control? Stay with us as we explore the theories, the facts, and the undeniable tension that turned this seemingly professional partnership into one of the most talked about stories in Hollywood. The truth may be even more unexpected than you think. As whispers about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's behind-the-scenes relationship grew louder, fans and insiders began piecing together clues that hinted at a deeper emotional connection between the two. While both stars have consistently maintained their professionalism in public, certain actions, comments, and past behaviors have sparked a theory that Blake's feelings for Justin may have crossed beyond the boundaries of their on-screen roles. To understand the speculation, it's essential to look at Blake's history of forming close relationships with her co-stars. During the early days of her career, Blake starred in Gossip Girl alongside Penn Badgley. Their on-screen romance as Serena and Dan quickly bled into reality, with the pair dating for several years. Similarly, Blake met her now husband Ryan Reynolds on the set of Green Lantern. Although Ryan was married to Scarlett Johansson at the time, rumors swirled about the undeniable chemistry between him and Blake. Their connection eventually blossomed into a marriage that has since been celebrated publicly. Given this pattern, it's not far-fetched to suggest that Blake's dynamic with Justin might have followed a similar trajectory. Observers have pointed to a resurfaced comment Blake made on one of Justin's workout posts as evidence of a budding connection. Around the time production began, Justin shared a fitness video showcasing his dedication to his craft. Blake commented, "Amazing, now try it pregnant," a remark that Justin playfully responded to with, "You win." While the exchange may seem harmless, some have interpreted it as a subtle attempt by Blake to insert herself into Justin's narrative, a move that could be seen as flirtatious or attention-seeking. Then there's the issue of Blake's involvement in aspects of the production that were outside her usual scope as an actress. By taking control of her character's wardrobe and rewriting intimate scenes, Blake blurred the lines between her personal identity and her on-screen role. According to reports, she often disregarded the input of the production's costume designer, opting instead for clothing from her personal closet. This decision, while creative, raised questions about her level of attachment to the character, and by extension, to Justin's character as well. Similarly, Blake's handling of intimate scenes added fuel to the fire. Although an intimacy coordinator was available on set, she reportedly chose to take charge of these moments herself, guiding Justin through their interactions and making adjustments to suit her preferences. This unusual move sparked speculation. Was Blake simply exerting creative control, or was she leveraging her position to create a more personal connection with Justin? In contrast, Justin maintained a professional demeanor throughout the production. Known for his dedication to method acting, he approached the role of Ryle Kincaid with discipline, even keeping a journal to channel the character's emotions. Despite the swirling rumors, he focused on the job at hand, rarely engaging with the speculation surrounding their dynamic. His professionalism stood in stark contrast to Blake's actions, further fueling the theory that she may have been the driving force behind any perceived tension or unspoken chemistry. Blake's later complaints about the production only added to the mystery. She accused Justin of extending steamy scenes and suggested he entered her trailer without permission, claims that, upon closer examination, seemed inconsistent. Leaked messages revealed that Blake herself had often initiated these interactions. For example, she allegedly invited Justin to her trailer to discuss lines while pumping breast milk. This revelation shifted the narrative, casting doubt on her complaints and suggesting that she may have been trying to deflect attention from her own actions. What complicates the picture further is Blake's personal life. As a mother of four and and the wife of Ryan Reynolds, Blake's decision to take on such an emotionally intense role so soon after giving birth raised eyebrows. Some theorize that she may have been seeking to reignite a sense of personal excitement or romantic intrigue, whether consciously or subconsciously. If this is true, her interactions with Justin could have been a way to test those waters, even if they didn't lead to anything beyond speculation. The question remains, were Blake's actions driven by unacknowledged feelings for Justin, or were they simply misinterpreted? While the evidence is largely circumstantial, the patterns in her behavior, her history of forming connections with co-stars, and the inconsistencies in her complaints suggest that there's more to this story than meets the eye. And yet, we're only scratching the surface. As we dive deeper into the timeline of their interactions, more clues emerge, hints that the breakdown of their professional relationship may have been the result of a one-sided emotional connection that was never reciprocated. Could Blake's actions have been a strategic attempt to deflect from her feelings, or were they simply a byproduct of a passionate artist pouring herself into her work? One thing is clear, the truth about Blake and Justin's on-set chemistry is more complex than anyone could have imagined. Stay tuned, because the most shocking revelations are still to come. As we piece together the puzzle of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's on-set dynamic, one theory seems to rise above the rest: a love story gone wrong. Could it be that Blake developed feelings for Justin during the intense production of It Ends With Us, only to be met with rejection? And if so, could this emotional turmoil have spilled over into the very fabric of the production, ultimately derailing the project? To explore this theory, we need to revisit the clues we've uncovered so far. Blake's unusual behavior on set, her control over wardrobe, her intimate involvement in rewriting scenes, and her alleged attempts to blur the lines between reality and fiction could be interpreted as the actions of someone emotionally invested beyond the professional level. Her history of forming connections with co-stars like Penn Badgley and Ryan Reynolds adds another layer of intrigue, suggesting a pattern of developing deep bonds while immersed in romantic roles. But this time, things didn't follow the same trajectory. Unlike Blake's past co-stars, Justin didn't appear to reciprocate her feelings. Known for his grounded professionalism, Justin focused on his craft, bringing method acting to life through emotional journaling and a deep commitment to his character. While he maintained a warm working relationship with Blake, insiders suggest that he kept a respectful distance, refusing to let personal emotions interfere with the production. This perceived rejection could explain some of the tension that reportedly emerged on set. According to rumors, Blake's husband, Ryan Reynolds, became aware of the dynamics and wasn't pleased. Known for his fiercely protective nature, Ryan has often been described as someone who doesn't shy away from addressing uncomfortable situations. His alleged visit to the set to set the record straight fueled speculation that he had noticed something amiss, whether it was Blake's growing attachment to Justin or her reaction to his lack of reciprocation. This brings us to Blake's accusations against Justin, which surfaced during and after the production. She claimed that Justin had overstepped boundaries, including extending intimate scenes and invading her personal space. At face value, these allegations painted Justin in a questionable light, but leaked conversations and production notes told a different story. In one instance, Blake had allegedly invited Justin to her trailer to rehearse lines during a vulnerable moment, pumping breast milk. Far from being an uninvited intrusion, Justin had reportedly hesitated before accepting the invitation, ensuring it was appropriate. These inconsistencies suggest that Blake's accusations may have been more about deflection than truth. Could it be that she was attempting to shift the narrative, casting Justin as the instigator to mask her own feelings of rejection? Some observers believe this is a distinct possibility, especially given the emotionally charged nature of the project and Blake's history of intertwining professional and personal lives. Adding further weight to this theory is Blake's pattern of behavior in her past relationships. Her connection with Ryan Reynolds famously began on the set of Green Lantern, where their just friends narrative quickly evolved into a romance despite Ryan's then marriage to Scarlett Johansson. Similarly, Her relationship with Penn Badgley blossomed during their time on Gossip Girl, where they portrayed a couple on screen. While these stories ended on positive notes, they reveal a tendency for Blake to form deep emotional bonds in high-pressure, romantic environments. But in the case of Justin Baldoni, the dynamic seemed to play out differently. Without Justin reciprocating her feelings, Blake may have found herself in unfamiliar territory, caught between her own emotions and the reality of an unreturned connection. This tension, combined with Ryan Reynolds' potential involvement, could have created a perfect storm of emotional and professional conflict. The question remains, did these unacknowledged feelings lead to actions that sabotage the production? Blake's apparent efforts to control every detail of the film, from wardrobe to intimacy coordination, may have been an attempt to assert dominance or reclaim power in a situation where she felt vulnerable. Her later accusations against Justin could then be seen as a means of regaining narrative control, redirecting attention away from her own emotions and toward Justin's supposed missteps. But why would she go to such lengths? The answer may lie in the high stakes of her personal and professional life. As a mother of 4 and 1/2 of Hollywood's golden couple, Blake likely felt immense pressure to maintain her image. A perceived emotional entanglement with Justin, especially if it were one-sided, could threaten the carefully curated picture of her life with Ryan. By shifting the narrative, she might have hoped to protect her family, her career, and her own sense of self. Ultimately, this theory leaves us with more questions than answers. Was Blake's behavior on set driven by unspoken feelings for Justin, or were her actions simply a reflection of her artistic passion? Did Justin's professionalism unintentionally create emotional distance, fueling tension on set? And most importantly, did these dynamics contribute to the chaos that surrounded the production of It Ends With Us? One thing is certain, the story of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is more than just a Hollywood rumor. It's a tale of chemistry, conflict, and the complicated realities of balancing art and emotion. As fans continue to dissect the clues and debate the theories, one lingering question remains: will the truth about their on-set dynamic ever truly be revealed? After exploring the tangled web of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's on-set dynamic, one thing is clear: there's far more to this story than meets the eye. Was their relationship strictly professional, or did personal feelings blur the lines? From Blake's unusual involvement in the production to the swirling rumors of unacknowledged emotions and professional tensions, the truth remains elusive. What's undeniable is that the clues paint a complex picture. Blake's history of forming connections with co-stars, her alleged control over intimate aspects of the film, and her later complaints about Justin all point to a deeper, more personal narrative. Meanwhile, Justin's steadfast professionalism and restraint add a layer of mystery. Was he simply focused on his craft, or did he sense the undercurrents of something more? The real question is, how did these dynamics impact the production of It Ends With Us? Did Blake's actions stem from unspoken feelings? And if so, how did they ripple through her personal and professional life? Or are these theories simply the product of fans and insiders reading too much into an already dramatic situation? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. Whether more details emerge or the truth remains hidden, it's a tale that continues to captivate Hollywood and fans alike. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think happened between Blake and Justin? Were their on-set tensions purely professional, or was there something more? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Let's unravel this mystery together.